Well, hello, Sagittarius. Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We are reading today if you have just met someone and started dealing with them in a romantic sense, or if you maybe have somebody that is about to come in, okay? So this is for a new connection, Saggy gang. So at any rate, we will be reading for their energy and your energy in just a minute. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, well, I invite you to do so, okay? I hope you will join my soul fam. And the likes and comments, you guys truly mean the world. And even if you've subscribed, just double check your notification bell from time to time and make sure, because that does get recalibrated here on YouTube from time to time. And if you want to book a personal reading, it is super, super easy to do. Everything you need to know about booking a reading with me is in the description box below this video. So you can see everything you need to know about that below. Okay, guys? So with that being said, let's get started on the reading. First, we're going to read for their energy and then your energy as you start into this dynamic, okay? Where are they vibing towards you and vice versa? We use two different decks for this. I'm going to do their energy first, okay, guys? So here we go, Saggy gang. Here we go. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. All right. What is up with this? What is up with this? Saggy, who you dealing with? Good night. Okay, let's see where you are. I hope you're not aligned with this one. Let's take a look. Lord, let me give you the zodiac signs, okay, that you've pulled. You have pulled air, fire, and earth and water in the minor arcana. In the majors, you have pulled Leo, Capricorn, and Sagittarius. So let's take a look at your energy real quick, Saggy gang. Let's take a look. All right, you do smell a rat, that's for sure. Of course my Saggy can't be fooled. Of course. All right, so this is the thing. Let's break down their energy first, and then I'm going to tell you. I think you're onto them, but I think you don't realize it. Okay, maybe. Let's talk about it. Let's just talk about it. All right. First of all, they are really have not released something from the past. Point blank. Period. And quite honestly, they have reconciliation energy in their thoughts. Point blank. Period. It went by the wayside. Could have been a divorce here, but for whatever reason, okay? And have they healed from it? Nope. And really kind of have lost their faith and hope about love in general. I don't know if they're telling you this or not, but let's talk about this thing a little bit more, okay? Let's talk about it more, because it just gets better, all right? And what they're doing is they're working really hard to distract themselves from this thing. They're staying very busy. And they are coming towards you, but I don't know if you like the energy a lot, okay? This is somebody who desperately needs shadow work, point blank, period. And that's why this is here, because they've not healed. And, you know, it may manifest as selfishness or, you know, whatever, foolishness. But at the end of the day, this devil card in the upright comes out many times just because somebody has not healed and needs to, okay, from all of this here. They're still very much energetically tied to their person, and they wish to reconcile with that person. That's a reconciliation card. That's what that's about. And the Knight of Pentacles is the last card down here. Not worth your time when it comes out in reverse like that, okay? Let's look at your energy. All right, Saggy. You know, it's kind of interesting. In your mind, you know something don't smell right. Your intuition is talking to you, and it's got you. This has got you up in your head, because let me tell you what I see here in these cards. And let's just break it down. But what I see is this, Sagittarius. I'm gonna just break you down in a nutshell in a couple of sentences. It's like this. Right now, Saggy, in your mind, your intuition is telling you one thing, but yet you're seeing something different, and it contradicts each other, and it's got you up in your head because you're second guessing your intuition, and that's why you've pulled this card. But I'm going to tell you everything I see in your energy of why. Okay, now you've got the Nine of Cups in reverse here. Now let me tell you, many times, as you know, this can represent fickle pickle energy, and you may be seeing that in this person. It would certainly be expected. I'm not saying it is, I think possibly, but the reason that this card, in my opinion, came up in the reverse is because there are times that you in your mind say, oh, this is exactly what I want. Well, wait a minute, I thought this was exactly what I wanted, but now it's not what I want at all. And I think you're back and forth yourself. So I don't think you're fickle necessarily. I'm not saying you're fickle, but I think in your mind you're back and forth on whether or not you really want to go forward with this person. And I think you realize exactly what you're dealing with. And this person may very well come across controlling and all this kind of stuff, and, you know, immature and just all that kind of, you know, asshat. Let's just sum it up like that. And you're well aware that this person is out of balance. Well aware. But you'd like to start. But then again, you'd like a startup, new. But then again, your intuition is telling you to slice this thing out. Queen of Swords. Right? Head over heart kind of thing. So you are kind of thinking about moving forward. You're kind of considering it. But you really sense that something is not right as far as equal give and take here. You're not quite, you can't put your finger on it. You're having trouble putting your finger on it, right? And you really, and look, I understand this. You really would like to find somebody to settle down with and marry and be happy. Okay, that's understandable. But, you know, I can't fault you for that, Sagittarius. But I think the mental battle is driving you nuts. You know something just doesn't feel right and you can't put your finger on it because everything that you see looks great on paper. Yet your intuition is saying, something ain't right, Saggy. Something ain't right, Saggy. This 2 and 2 don't equal 4 in this equation kind of thing. And you know something is weird, but you can't put your finger on it. And I don't think they're being honest with you about how hung up they are on their ex. They are. I don't think you are. This is kind of interesting because sometimes, let me just tell you this, Sagittarius. It is true that like attracts like. It is also true that you will be tested. Are you going to listen to your intuition or not? I have been there, and I have ignored it whenever everything looked good on paper, and I have dealt with the consequences. I'm not just talking in romance. I mean, I'm talking in career and friendships too. And I understand it can be so confusing. And really, you know, meditation is going to help to sharpen your ability to make sure that it's your intuition and not just you second guessing yourself. Because there's all these voices up in your head, and I get it, okay? But that's what we're talking about here. And I think this for you, Sagittarius, is a big fat test. Can I just say that? Okay. Now, and I gave you the zodiac signs over here, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Leo, and then, of course, all the minor arcana. So you've got fire, earth, air, and water. And over here you have Aries, and that's it. Okay, so let's do this. Where are we going from here on this thing? Where are we going? Where are we going from here? I'm going to get I'm going to get their next actions and your next actions. I think at times this person is cold and at times they're hot. I just get that really, really strongly, energetically, from what I'm feeling from this whole thing. At times they're like full speed ahead, and at times they're like, you don't hear from them when you text them for hours or the next day or whatever, right? All right, Sagittarius. And it's because they don't know what they want, really. I mean, they kind of do know what they want, but they can't have what they want, so they're just torn up inside. Hey, Quantum Leaping, good to see you. So, all right, Saggy, let's take a look at their next actions. Their next actions. Are they going to heal from this thing? Are they going to come clean? What are they going to do? Are they just still going to be back and forth, and just be trying to keep you from knowing what they're hiding? Let's take a look, Sagittarius. Let's take a look. Okay. I'll save it for just a minute. But you have pulled water and air and Aries in that one. And then let's get your actions going forward. Your actions going forward. Your actions going forward. These dynamics are always so interesting. This one is different. This one is very different than the other ones that I have seen. But that's what makes tarot fun. It's kind of like putting a puzzle together sometimes. All right. Okay. I love you, Saggy, and I love the way you guys think, and I'm just telling you that based on the cards. Let's talk about them, though, first, and then we'll get to you, okay? Let's talk about them first, Saggy, and then we'll get to you, all right? So, hey, Sierra, good to see you, love. All right, here we go. Are they going to move forward? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are. Are they going to be honest? Nope. Are they still hung up on their past? Yep. Are there so many obstacles that it really just can't be overcome? Yep. Are they trying to put their past behind them? Yep. And they're trying to move forward. So really, I don't see much change, except that they're going to lie to you and tell you that they feel for you and that they want to move forward, and they probably will on false pretenses, building a tower. And you know what towers do, right? They fall because they're built on what? Lies. Okay. But you know what? My Sagittarius ain't stupid. No, Sagittarius wasn't born yesterday. No, why? Okay. Page of Swords in reverse. You're low-key stealth watching them like a hawk. And you're sus, but you're keeping it to yourself. That's why this is in the reverse. You're suspicious all day long. And you're like, let's just see what this person's going to do. Let's just sit back and watch, all right? And kind of being cold and detached, just observing, sitting back here on your Sagittarius throne, really ready to use that sword, though. You know it, right? And you got the moon here, very uncertain about this thing. You know there's, yep, see, quantum leaping. You know that they're being secretive. You know there's more to the story, right? I know, Sylvia, I know. And you are really refusing to move forward in this thing. You're hung up in the decision-making process, and you actually put the brakes on, okay? And you're like, you know what? I'm better off without this one. I'm going to get a probable outcome because that's the way we're rolling with these readings, but I think I know what Saggy's going to do. Saggy's going to do what the Queen of Wands does best, and the Queen of Swords. But we'll see, okay? All right, so here you've pulled fire, of course, Sagittarius, and water, Pisces, and air. And then over here you had pulled, let's see what you had pulled, air, water, Aries, water, and water. Okay. All right, Saggy, let's get a probable on this thing. You know what? I'm going to use this other deck. I'm going to use your deck. I'm not going to use their deck. I'm going to get a probable outcome on this thing. Quantum leaping, that's funny. We know how yours ends up, right? We don't have to have cards for that, right? Block. I now pronounce you blocked and deleted, right? All right, so let's do this. Probable outcome on this dynamic for the Sagittarians as a whole. Probable outcome. Ashley, I was going back looking at that. That was funny. That was funny. You guys made me dying laughing the other day. First card out. Did I not say? Did I not already call it? Right? Did I not call it? You're like, I see this. This lightning bolt right here, that's Sagittarian fire. That's what that is. I'm done. I'm done. Sagittarius done. Sagittarius sent the lightning bolt right on down there. You know, it's fire. It's you. That's you doing that. Yep. Done. Right. Completion of a cycle. Ready. Next. This is the card of completing a cycle and healing and next. And ready for the next phase. Thank you, next. That's what my Sagittarius has to say to that one. Yeah. Sagittarius, not going to be juggled. No, not going to make a decision on this one. Killing it. Right. It just... Sagittarius said no. I asked, but Sagittarius said no. Right? I now pronounce you blocked and deleted. Quantum Leap, you called it. You called it. I didn't have to. There you go. So, at any rate, Saggy, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to pull some romance oracles for you, not for this dynamic, for you. And I'm proud of you, Sagittarius. You know, this is, to me, what this tells me, I'm encouraged by this reading. And I know that sounds crazy, Sagittarius, but hear me out. Oftentimes, right before a really good thing comes in, you've been doing energy work, you've been healing, you've been doing good, and then right before something really viable comes in, the universe will send an asshat along, and it will test your intuition, and to say, are you sure you're done with this kind of stuff? Are you sure you're going to trust the process? So to me, the fact that I'm reading that Sagittarius sees through all of this and that sort of thing, I'm encouraged by that. All right, we're gonna take care of this right here. Thank you so much. Bye. So look, Sagittarius, don't sweat this thing, because you're going to pull something in. Just live in the moment. And I know Sagittarians are good at that. You know, don't sweat things. And you know what? Did I not say very soon something better is going to come along? Because this usually comes to test right before the real thing, okay? Be sure to, you know, continue on with your healing and stuff, your shadow work, right? And I want to tell you something. Don't hate on this person. Don't. And let me tell you why. It's a big picture, and understand something. And I said this in one of the other readings, and this is very important to point out, and this card is reminding me to do this. Oftentimes, soul connections like this person that we just read for, that, you know, is just a mess, okay? They come along on purpose, and they're honoring an agreement that you guys had before you got here, and they're awakening you, and they're part of your learning process. In the 5D, like before you got here and after you get back, okay, you'll laugh about this. You're great friends. I promise you that. And you're going to be, and y'all are going to go, yes, and you're going to go, boom, it worked. You made it on this, okay? And the next life, you'll do something like this to them. I mean, that's the way this stuff works, right? It's all part of evolving, okay? And I'm not an expert, but these are things that I do understand. So don't hate this person. You know, don't, you know, cut them out, block them if you need to, but at a soul level, be thankful for what they did. And it takes time, I get that. I do. But you know, there is no such thing as failure. There's a win or there's a learn. But a learn is a win too, so it's all a win. It's just your perspective and how you see this thing, okay? The things that I've gone through that were hard to deal with, I would not wish on my worst enemy, but at the same time, can I just say from the bottom of my heart that I am so grateful. So grateful. Right? So the reason I pointed all that out is because this card reminded me to. This person you have known before, this person that I just read for, okay? And yes, valuable lesson. Religious factor, spirituality may have come into play, and I guarantee you there's chemistry there between you and that person. I guarantee you, because soulmates, soul connections, there is that intensity. Yes, there is. So with that being said, Sagittarius, I know this was kind of a different kind of a reading, but I'm encouraged by it, okay? I really am. To me, this tells me that you are getting ready to manifest something really cool next. Thank you, next. I'm going to call this reading that. How's that? All right? Next, I'm going to read for the crush in just a few minutes, y'all. So thank you so much for tuning in. Many blessings. All the Saggies, much love. I can't get it to do. There we go. Bye, y'all.